reacted, gave herself the nod, mixed her pitches, little 3-pitch mix with her changeup, her rise, and her curveball that she threw tonight. Coming off of the no-hitter that she threw last weekend. That was her last start. Looked sharp at times, still gave up 3 runs in her outing. And has been looking good past series back to Friday, and then Sunday she threw that no-hitter, Chucky. She has just been really sharp.
Back-to-back complete games last weekend. Tonight gives up 6 hits and 3 earned, but strikes out 7, and overall a pretty good performance. She will not go through the order for a 3rd time. She will pull herself wearing the C this week. She is atop the leaderboard. That's why she dons the gold jerseys. But an interesting move here going to Georgina Korick, and that's not the interesting part. She took her with the second pick with her second pick in the draft. And I thought it was interesting because the no-hitter that Faraimo threw was against Korick, and for so long that game was scoreless. It was a great duel between them, and Megan Faraimo said, all right, you almost cost me that one. I'm going to go ahead and take you off the board and put you on my team.
Georgina Korick has had some strong outings in her AU career. Always a highly sought-after pitcher in the draft.
Valued member of Great Britain. 13 strikeouts for Korick in 12 innings pitched and a .234 opponent average. This is upstairs to Aaliyah Andrews. Aaliyah's 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a run scored.
And 3rd time through, giving these hitters a different look.
Laying down the bunt, Korick. She's also good at fielding her position. Such a strong arm, and there's 1 out. Wellington Limited on the stage tonight, but tomorrow back to the Little League Softball World Series, starting at 1 Eastern on ESPN. Another game at 5 Eastern. The winner's bracket going to work. A couple more games Friday afternoon and evening, and Saturday to set up the final on Sunday on ABC.
Some of these girls might need to go to sleep soon. It's getting a little late, almost headed toward 9 p.m. Got big games tomorrow.
What are you talking about? What were they playing yesterday? A 9-inning game?
Yeah, what am I talking about? They're probably going to hit the pool after this. Yeah.
Was that you back in the youth days? Like,
oh, yeah. It was
hotel running. Yeah.
The game ended, win or lose, it was, are we going to the pool?
Yep.
But before we even got there, does our hotel have a pool?
Yeah.
It was like a must. And if it didn't, there may or may not have been some tears shed. We didn't have a pool.
Parents were in trouble if there was no pool at the hotel for Little League games. 2-2 count to Kelsey Harshman. And they got her. So a good start here from Korick to get the first 2 batters she sees.
And these are the 12 teams that are at the Little League Softball World Series. Already half of them have been eliminated. So Ohio, Philippines, California, Canada, Oregon, and Italy have been eliminated. We have a couple of undefeated teams left that we'll see tomorrow, including Puerto Rico, who has a 2-0 record. Or 0-2 last year, and Texas, who is out behind the left field wall, the defending champs from Midway Little League. Another 12 players returning from last year's team, which is pretty unusual to have that big of a group return and try to win back-to-back championships.
One of the great games last night was Italy and Oregon. That went to extra innings, and the team from Italy won that game. They were eliminated today, but they had one of the best moments, I think, of the weekend on a FaceTime call with Erica Piancastelli when a number of the players were in tears. Piancastelli plays for Team Italy, their national team. And then before this game, we were actually out on the field and saw Erica in left field kind of talking to Team Italy over the left field wall.
Yeah, they saw her through their phone, through FaceTime, and they were just going crazy about it. And I'm sure it was even cooler for her to run up to them and give a little wave and get to actually see them in real life. But what a cool experience that this has been for these pro games here in Greenville. Really memorable past couple of days for the pros and the Little Leaguers. She was running off the field, by the way, before that was even called. She knew that was a strikeout.
Georgina Korick, 1, 2, 3, and back-to-back strikeouts here in the fifth.
Full circle moment almost, where I started versus now where I am, and just never thinking in a million years I would be playing pro softball when I was their age. So just knowing it's possible.
I was once in your shoes, right where you were, and just having a blast and loving it, and hopefully they can see that through a lot of hard work they can, you know, get to where I am one day.
Getting to share that joy with them and let them see it, let them see how much fun that we are having, how much we enjoy each other. Hopefully it gives them something to look forward to past Little League.
Some great messages from these pros. Had Jessie Warren in the stands, offering all the advice she could to the Little Leaguers. I think sometimes the pros are also checking in with the Little Leaguers if they have any advice for them. Jessie Warren talked about just trying to keep it simple. We've got another good game tonight. The first one decided by 1 run, 4-3 in the favor of Team Davidson over Team Romero. Now Tori Vidalis leads off the top of the sixth against Odyssey Alexander.
Well, what I think happens, and Jessie gave us some insight, is that you start to tell these little young ones what to do about keeping it simple, have fun, remember why you started, and then you're actually taking in the advice that you're giving to others, and then it pays off in your own game.
Jessie's so good in the shortened AUX season. You just know at any point she can take off. Saw the solo home run tonight. The glove never sleeps at third base for Jessie Warren. Dallas swings through it. Quick 3-pitch strikeout for Odyssey Alexander. Third strikeout of the game since she entered, working in her 4th inning now. Still just her second time through this lineup.
The cool part about, I should say one of, is there's not just one cool part about these young players being in stands, is that a lot of them will play tomorrow or the next day, and I bet there is something that they're picking up from one of these players, from how they get ready to how they hold themselves to a way that they stand in the box, or maybe they hear them communicate to each other, that they're going to take into their own game. And somewhere that will be happening tomorrow and the next day, and that's the kind of thing that gives you goosebumps, and just able to truly make an impact of just these players being able to lay eyes on these professional athletes, world-class athletes, some of the best softball players in the world that they get to watch live in person.
You're exactly right. I mean, it's the routines too. It's not always like something big. It's, you know, used to the way they step out of the box, something they do with the bat, a batting stance even, maybe trying something different in the box.
Now that's when you really grow your game too. You look at all the small little things, not just, oh, I want to hit a home run, like insert one of the 9 home runs that we've had hit today. The players, I mean, 9 different players have hit home runs, and not just about that. It's all the little things that add up to the big things. And if you're a player that can take in and find and look at the game in all the small, tiny ways, then you're going to be able to take some of those things into your game, and then eventually down the road have that home run, have that strikeout, have that 60-mile-per-hour hit in the circle.
Great battle here between McKinney and Odyssey Alexander. Love the moments that we've seen this weekend. You know, the Little Leaguers approaching these pro athletes. Oh my gosh, that's Odyssey Alexander. That's Aaliyah Andrews, Danielle, whoever it might be. That these players that now they notice because they see them on TV. They saw them at the college level, now at the pro level. McKinney puts it in play. She is really fast, but not that fast, and there's 2 outs. Well, Athletes Unlimited softball returns to ESPN2 Saturday afternoon, 2:30 Eastern. Team Alexander taking on Team Davidson from Parkway Bank Sports Complex in Rosemont, Illinois, the home of Athletes Unlimited. On the plane tomorrow, have a kind of a day off Friday. Probably going to have a little practice maybe Going to get going on Saturday and Sunday, and then you're new to Athletes Unlimited. The top 4 on the leaderboard at the end of every series become captains, and they will draft their teams on Monday.
Yeah, the first time that you was traveled. And
deep to right field on the warning track, Maddie Husky. That is 14 straight strikes thrown by Odyssey Alexander. She has retired 7 in a row.
almost been flying out of the ballpark. Deja Mulipola going to right center field. A 2-run shot with 2 outs, and then Danielle Gibson did the exact same thing in the bottom part of the inning. And then Sis Fates wanted to get in on the home run action, the solo home run action to be exact. We've had 7 solo home runs hit today. Sis Fates tied up this game with hers.
Tried to keep her cool coming across home plate as you see the story of our game so far. Faraimo with the start, the 2-run shots right out of the gates, and we are locked at 3. Don't forget, for every run scored during this year's Athletes Unlimited softball season, Aspiration committed to planting 10 trees. Gibson spots that one in left field. Danielle Gibson 3 for 3 tonight. Every time she's come to the plate, Team Alexander have scored. Usually she's driving one in, but hoping to potentially be the difference in this game. If they can get one off Georgina Korick here, all they would need are 3 outs to finish the job, pick up a ton of win points. Gwen Speck is showing bunt, pulls back, throw down to first.
Well, and there is absolutely no wind tonight, by the way. The flags are just laying completely still out in the outfield, which is so different than what these athletes are used to facing. The windy conditions of the Windy City in Chicago, literally windy in Rosemont. Wind has been crazy and playing on a different field. Of course, this being a dirt infield, grass outfield compared to turf that they play on back home, but I'm sure the hitters are finally happy to see that there's no wind blowing straight in that their balls can fly into.
Yeah, just drag the hitters onto the plane tomorrow.
Yeah, we want to go back to 200 down the lines and not a 40-mile-an-hour wind blowing straight in, knocking down our home run balls.
One-two from Korick, great pitch. One away, she gets Svekis. Little League Baseball Regional Championships all day on Friday. Don't want to miss those. Got Little League Baseball, Little League Softball, Athletes Unlimited on Saturday and Sunday. Full weekend, and the Little League Baseball World Series starts August 16th on ESPN. So many great moments out of it, especially like the mic'd up stuff with the kids, and oh, it's incredible.
It's the positivity and just the pureness of it. And again, going back to representing your community, I love that part of it. It's community-based softball where you're just living within miles of each other and representing your hometown.
That's what you see in a lot of player questionnaires too, is what are you most excited about? It's competing with my friends and representing our community. Rio to flip and lays down the bunt. Korick goes to first, and there's 2 outs. Flippin', hoping she could put that down a line. Still moves Gibson into scoring position. Odyssey Alexander, the captain, with a chance to make the difference. Good spot from Korick on the outside corner. See if Odyssey decides to bring herself back out for another inning. It's the outside corner.
It'll be interesting to see, too. And she struck out 2 times, both times looking. So I'm thinking maybe a little bit in her head right now. Now down 0-2 in this count.
A check swing foul. She'd love to put an exclamation point on this weekend, and I'm sure a lot of people in the crowd would love to see it from Odyssey. Georgina Korek has no intentions of that. Up and in.
Well, a lot of points on the line here at the end of the game, too. These inning points are starting to add up, and then, of course, the win points. Tie game right now. These last innings are crucial.
80 points total to be decided. 50 for the game, 30 inning win points, just 20 at the moment, and that got Odyssey Alexander. Might be a conversation here. Aaron Dixon, the facilitator, out of the dugout to talk to our home plate umpire.
Georgina Korek is asking maybe if that pitch went through the strike zone or if it was in the river. Or if she... Yeah, I think it got her right there on the elbow, on her elbow guard, and she doesn't move into it. In fact, she actually moves out of the way of it last minute. And tucking in that elbow and close to her body.
They are going to look at this.
You get hit by a pitch, that's the way to get hit. Just grazed. You've seen some tough hit by pitches and experiences already this season.
I'm not sure Odyssey knew either. She didn't really react, and if it hit her on the pad and just grazed her, she probably didn't feel it. It's tough.
Yeah, it is hard to see, and that's when the ruling on the field is ever so important, that it is a hit-by-pitch ruled down on the field, and you have to have enough evidence to overturn it to say, nope, she 100% did not get hit by the pitch.
All-female umpiring crew and replay official this evening. And here comes the call after the review from Team Faraimo. And she will stay at first base. So that gives Jordan Roberts a chance, who has struggled in this championship season but hit .421 in the shortened AUX season. That's her best average since 2020. She had 2 game MVP selections during AUX. Finished 16th. Comes through here, she could probably pick up some MVP votes as well. 1-0 pitch from Georgina Korek. Outside corner, strike one.
Georgina Korek is just so stingy with the way that she pitches. I feel like that's the best word, because she just rarely brings a ball on the plate, makes a mistake, just doesn't happen very often. She makes you hit a good pitch that she throws, and upset with that last one, because that 1-1 count is the crucial one. You're either to get a strike, make it to a pitcher advantage, or to a hitter's advantage.
Up and in, gets the big swing for strike 2.
Such a good location, up and in on the hands of Jordan Roberts.
Big pitch here. Tie ball game, bottom of the 6th. And Roberts gets hit. Korek immediately pointing here. And I believe they will bring Roberts back. That's not the way to get hit, by the way. We decided Odyssey's was the way. That is not the way to get hit as far as getting hit and not getting the base.
Yeah, I think they're going to say that she moved into the pitch and that pitch was on the river, or in the river, I should say, and I think that's a good call. If the ball is 100% in the batter's box, you don't have to move out of the way, and you can't move into the pitch like the way that Jordan Roberts does with her back knee. here. Stick that knee in there.
Stays alive on the 3-2 pitch. Are you doing that? You sticking your knee out there?
My gut instinct was to always move out of the way. For sure. I never trained myself to just stay in and dig in. I see it coming. I'm like, oh, I'm getting out of the way.
Cartwheeling out of the box. Jordan Roberts much tougher than we are. Swings through a big pitch from Corrick at 68 miles per hour. And they get out of the jam. To the 7th we go, all tied up at 3.